Hello and welcome to Reviews. I actually wasn't even going to really make this video tonight. I'm not feeling very well. I actually left work early, which is something I never do. And plus I got Butters here. She might start attacking things like she did again last night. And she didn't want to leave, so she's going to be just off camera here, just doing her Butters thing. So yeah, here we have Avengers number 8. This is more like a status of the team. Not a bad issue. My videos have been running really long lately, so I'm going to try and do this kind of quickly here. So the book opens up with Robbie on the phone talking to his little brother, saying, please tell Mr. Pastherman thank you so much for letting me into his after-school program. I will, and you call me if you need anything, bud. And so, yeah, he's on his way driving to the North Pole because that's where the Avengers are now. Avengers Mountain, new global headquarters of Earth's mightiest superheroes, or mightiest heroes. And saying how these people are about as cool as you can get. So, as he's driving in, the cameras are already scanning him and, identifying his, who he is. Feels weird to be trusting all these new people with my secret identity. Okay, Captain America, you can trust him with your secret identity. Ghost Rider as an Avenger? Yeah, that'll never work. But it's sure going to be all kinds of crazy fun giving it a try. I agree with this. If you had told me that I'd be into the idea of Ghost Rider as an Avenger, because I didn't really know anything about him. I didn't follow his last series, and I really only know about him mostly from the previous 7 issues. He was really only in the first 6, but I'm actually starting to warm up to this kid. I'm starting to like this character. So when he gets in, he's greeted by Captain America. Welcome to the Avengers, Robbie. I hope you're ready to work harder than you've ever worked in your life. And, one thing I wanted to mention, I really like this. Thought balloons have come back. Instead of having all the different captions where they have to do like a different font or put a little bit of coloring in to make you know which character it is, they've brought back thought balloons, which were on the outs there for a while. If you're going to have speech captions, speech balloons, have thought balloons as well. I mean, if you're going to get rid of one, if you're going to have one, bring the other one back. Excuse me. Because I'm really not feeling too hot, so Cap tells him, just call me Steve. Yes, sir. Steve, sir. You finish your homework first, I hope? Yeah, on the way here. The car likes to drive itself every once in a while. Am I the only Avenger who's still in high school? Yeah, though I'm pretty sure Thor got kicked out long before he ever graduated from anything. But don't let it bother you, Robbie. You're also the only Avenger who could take control of a dead Celestial, transform it into a 2,000-foot-tall Ghost Rider, and save the entire world from complete annihilation. Yeah, well, I didn't really care for that 6-issue story. That was actually pretty cool. And so, now that Robbie's been complimented by Cap, he's getting a little cocky and takes a shield to the gut. So, am I like the strongest Avenger and before you can even finish? No, you're the newest. I like this panel here. Come on, focus. There we go. I like this classic Captain America style. Yeah, we got a little bit of the lines down here, but, it's not overly action figure looking like they've been doing with a lot of the characters, like they've even been doing with Cap. I mean, it's still pretty much straight superhero costume. You've got the pirate boots. You got the wings on the head. And this is classic. This doesn't go out of style. So basically, this is the typical welcome to the Avengers, I'm going to train you. And while this is going on, Thor is trying to find the restroom. Where are the latrines? Thor must dispose of this mead. Now we cut back to a few days ago. Now, remember, this is only a few days ago, and they're already living in the Celestial. I wish I had their kind of construction company. So they're celebrating. The final host is defeated. We did it. We saved the world. And we're finally addressing this. Jennifer, my God, are you all right? was unlike any Hulk out I've ever experienced. What the hell's happened to me? So Thor, confronts Loki, and Loki brags. Now, is that any way to talk to the god who just reunited the mighty Avengers? Because the Avengers originally formed because of Loki. Loki brags that if it weren't for me, you'd still be floundering, shattered, hopelessly at odds with one another, still clueless as to your true potential and reason for being. And so while he is basically bragging Thor's threatening, the Celestials take him back. And looks like the Celestials have plans of their own for Loki. No, I cannot allow this. My brother must answer for his crimes here. Black Panther says, I do not believe we have much choice in the matter, Thor. So Cap says, what is it? What do they want now? I actually thought they just wanted high fives. Like, yo, dude, you left the Celestials hanging. Not cool, bro. Not cool. But Ghost Rider still has his little bit of connection. He says, they want to leave us a gift. The first Celestial to ever visit the Earth, the one whose death gave birth to all of us. They can't bring it back to life after so long, but they don't want it to be buried anymore. It belongs in the sun. Shining like a beacon at the top of the world, they help forge. A beacon of hope and of the wonders of life. So they raise the dead Celestial up. And a warning about what will happen if anyone ever tries to stomp those out. So they're cool with their corpse being hung out, the Avengers living around it, in it. So, remember, this is just a few days ago. Wakanda and Alpha Flight have already gotten things going and all this built. I'm not sure if the Celestials hollowed them out or if their gift was just rising the Celestial. That's not really much of a gift. But like when Tony asks how many rooms does it have, Black Panther says it does not come with rooms. Ventricles and cavities, maybe? Right. So is there a hot tub in one of these cavities? Which makes me think they're actually partially living inside the Celestial. Partially in the mountain, as you can see from around. Oh, no, maybe that's just wiring. Partially around it. I think they're partially living in there. But here's the reason why I wanted to do this. I wanted to cover this issue because we deal with She-Hulk. As Doctor Strange has been examining her. You're right, Jennifer. Something is indeed very different about you. Great, it's good to know I'm not crazy, or at least no crazier than the usual crazy. Now, just tell me I'm not dying, Doc. I wish it were that simple. You're the Hulk. No, she's the She-Hulk. Bruce is the Hulk. Sometimes Cho is the Hulk, but come on. Let her be She-Hulk. Don't do this Hulk thing. If you don't want to have the she in the title, like I said in another video, Marvel, you have the trademark for Gamazonian. Use that name. But since your encounter with the Celestials, those gamma counts have skyrocketed. Your body is now storing more gamma energy than ever before, and it appears you're sometimes able to release that energy in the most explosive of ways. That explains the changes to my physique, and the increased power levels. So, more power turns you into a man? That's not really woman power, is it? I'm not even going to open that can of worms. God, you're right. That sort of explosiveness is beyond what even Bruce can generate. It might also explain why you appear to have less access to your full mental faculties than usual. Why I was talking like a dimwit, you mean. But that smart-mouth lawyer me was still in there, somewhere, still in control. I think. You sure as hell weren't acting like it, John. Nevertheless, I recommend more testing before you return to the field. She's starting to have her gamma energy crackling off of her. And, she grabs the table. I fought too damn hard these last couple of months to regain control of myself. You can do all the tests you like, but I'm not going back on the sidelines. Okay, props to Aaron for at least referring to Mariko Tamaki's run. I thought they were going to completely brush it off because of how bad it was. And the fact that she was returned to her, kind of default She-Hulk form. Which I'm going to be honest, I miss that. I miss the smart She-Hulk. We don't need this energy dumb Hulk. So here she is, still crackling with energy. So you better believe they're going to get the best and biggest and baddest damn Hulk the world has ever seen. Huzzah to that, my lady. Thor comes in, he is still looking for the bathroom. Yeah, sure, follow me, big guy. There's a bathroom in my quarters. We're done here, right, Doc? Well, not exactly, because Doctor Strange is looking at the table that she was just gripping, and her gamma energy has kind of melted it. Even Thor is surprised. Your quarters? Ah, yes, I will accompany you, Lady Jennifer, to your quarters, merely for the purpose of relieving myself. I mean, in a purely biological sense, of course. I mean, wow, so even gods can blush. Good to know. I say thee nay. Okay, they've worked together. They've been on the Avengers together. Why is Jen so flirty with him now? And he's been around for millennia around mortal women. Why suddenly? This is so forced. And besides, we all know, if She-Hulk's going for a god, it's going to be Hercules. So, yeah, I'm going to have to skip a page here. So, I'm going to skip the next page. It's basically just Doctor Strange is not staying around. He's going to be a reserve member. He's leaving the team, which really sucks. I really like Doctor Strange on this team. And Black Panther is asking to put basically a teleporter in his place. And then we get a little scene of Carol and Tony bickering as Tony is asking Carol to stay on the team. We'll come over to that. Yeah, we butt heads. We keep each other in line. We punch things. We save the world. You're saying you want me here to tell you when I think you're full of shit? You sure about that? Because I expect it'll happen quite often. We're the most powerful Avengers team anyone has seen in years, and we live in the North Pole in a mountain made from a dead space giant. For the sake of the world, I think we all need to know when we're full of shit. Carol has a good point here. I won't be a backup dancer for the big three. Everyone gets a voice. And so basically, yeah, she joins the team. And now, can we talk about the elephant in the room? What's that? The sexual tension that's clearly been smoldering between the two of us since... And she punches him through a wall. Yeah, there's your Yas Queen right there stopping off. Yeah. Trying to be funny. Not very funny, and I'm starting to lose my voice. Excuse me. So, we cut over to what I guess you would call the B plot, setting up the next storyline. We have a fishing boat of some type here, I guess, and maybe it's not quite. Oh no, it's Roxxon. So it's probably up to something nefarious. The Roxxon company. Atlanteans emerge up onto the boat, even though they're all holding knives. For Atlantis, for the seas, quickly find the bridge. And I get the feeling that these actually aren't bad guys. So then the guards on the boat come out, fish people on deck, fire at will, and they annihilate them. So here we have the new chairperson is being decided. It's going to be Black Panther. We all took a vote, the entire roster, and it was unanimous. You know how rare it is for even just the three of us. We can't get a unanimous vote on what we should have for breakfast. So yeah, more push into the Black Panther. I know he's had the really popular movie. I don't really care for the character, but I have nothing against him. Fine, whatever. I guess it makes more sense since Cap's rep is still probably damaged. What I would have liked to have seen, and I did not mention this back in the first issue, when the three Avengers here, when Cap, Iron Man, Thor were kind of getting back together and talking about, reassembling the team for what they needed to do. I kind of wish they would have addressed something like, isn't it weird how we were all replaced at the same time? And then we all came back at the same time? Surely there's a bigger force at hand than this. It would have been a neat little nod, but so fine. Black Panther is now the chairman of the Avengers. Avengers assemble. And they do bring up the fact that it's kind of weird that the king of a country is leading the Avengers, but And we go to this Justice League setup where they're going to have 7 members and an 8th reserve member rotating in as needed. But do they need such a big table? There's only going to be 7 of them. So Black Panther's already looking for trouble, basically, when the alarm goes off. That there's an international incident currently underway in the Southern Ocean. So they're flying the jet, but Robbie's going to drive. Robbie should have taken the jet. And here's where we find that the humans have hung up the Atlanteans they killed. Ha ha ha. I'm not sure if we should cut them loose or take them home and turn them into canned tuna. Dead Atlanteans probably a delicacy somewhere, right? So they're having more problems with their subs. The boat gets hit by a giant tentacle porn thing. And we get down in the depths where I'm taking you, murderers. No one will ever hear you scream again. Now, I didn't look at the caption at first. Namor, the Submariner, King of Atlantis, avenging Lord of the Seven Seas. I was just looking at this design, thinking, is this supposed to be Namor? He looks like 90s Aquaman with the thing down the side here. Instead of it being green, it's like, what color is that? Brown, blue pants, shirtless with armor on. I'm surprised he's not missing a hand. But it wasn't until I looked down and saw his little winged feet that I knew this was actually the Submariner. And to be honest, I had forgotten he was alive again after he was killed. So we cut to the next issue blurb, which says, with the underwater world on the brink of war, the Avengers go aquatic to save the day. But air breathers are no longer welcome in the undersea city of Atlantis. And Namor, the Submariner, Lord of the Seven Seas, has a bold new plan that will change the balance of power on the Earth forever. So yeah, I'm getting the impression that there's a civil war brewing, and the Atlanteans that were killed are actually maybe good guys looking for help. I don't know. It's just, every few years we have to trot out the whole Atlantis attacks the surface world. So I'm hoping this will be different. Go with the Civil War, and he's just avenging his people that were going for help. So yeah, this wasn't bad. I still don't like what they're doing with She-Hulk, and that's really the only reason why I'm following this book. And their treehouse is a dead celestial, so they're actually treating Carol better in this book than she is in other books. Even in her own book, she's the more likable. I'm liking Robbie. I could give or take Black Panther. I just wish that they'd kept Doctor Strange on. Really liking the idea of Doctor Strange and Ghost Rider together. I don't know, it just sounds like such a fun team-up, so. Anyway, my voice is really cutting out. Like I said, I'm not feeling well today, so I'm going to go ahead. I've been trying to do these videos shorter, and I just hit 18 minutes, so. Anyway, I got to stop going off tangents and start summing up more. So if you stuck all this way, thank you for watching. I do recommend this. It seems to be a little bit more straightforward than what we had. It seems to be trying to go more for the classic Avengers feel. I'm starting to like this, so I'm giving this a thumbs up. So, all right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.